Greetings! Welcome to the first video, as always, for the next season. For this one, be the 2024 season. And we always start off with not a Halloween video, but with a Twisted Christmas setup series. We are running way behind, and I figure, well, I want to give you a 2023 haunt recap before we get started on the Christmas. And I got wind chime blocking my head. I wanted to give you kind of a recap of Halloween before we get into doing the actual Christmas lights, which will be right after I'm done shooting this segment. It is November 28th. We are running over a week behind. The haunt this year we did pretty good on, with all things considered. We ended up being open 12 days this year. Weather hurt us pretty bad. We ended up with 3,082 people, I do believe. I'll have to double check that figure, but it was around 3,082 people altogether going through the haunt this year. In weather that was not good. We were averaging 22 to about 28 degrees each night, and it poured rain every night except for 2 nights. As a result, Sue and I, set dresser and I, both caught a nasty cold and were laid up for just over a week. We couldn't do anything with a haunt or anything around the house. Literally Sunday, which was the 26th, we got the haunt officially all the way torn down and out of the front yard. We spent yesterday, November 27th, in the house. The house is totally put back together. Every piece of Halloween in the house is put away where it belongs until next year when we drag it out to set it up again. Are we done with Halloween? No. I've still got the storage dump out here to do. This is one area. We've got, as you can see, we got the stacks back there by the shed. I've gotten some of it put away, but this is the last of the Halloween puke. I've got mausoleum, I got stuff from the pumping station, I got skins and all the pneumatics and everything else which goes in that shed or around the shed. I've still got to get put away yet. And that is going to be on hold for now. But this is the other half of the mess. Left over from tearing the haunt down. I got all the tents in here except for the big 20 by 20. And I got to get in here and get this cleaned up. So I've still got some Halloween puke to do. The shop, if I have the energy, I'll be working on in the evenings when it's too dark to be out front and doing lights. So hopefully I'll have that done long before that stuff out there is done. I have been working on one thing from outside. I've been dragging it into the house. Wiring. We used just over 3,000 feet of wiring this year. And every year when we're taking the haunt down, I pull out any wiring that is 10 foot long or longer and we save it. And I use it throughout the course of the year for various projects, and I use it in the haunt, the following year, so I don't have to buy as much. I used to spend about $59 for a 1,000-foot roll. Since COVID, the price has gone up. I'm paying almost $75 a roll for it now. So, but anyway, that's my recap on Halloween. So now we're going to be into Christmas. I know, the dreaded C word. But we're going to start getting the outdoor lights up. Like I said, it's the 28th. We're running over a week, well over a week behind. We're hoping to have the outdoor display done by December 6th. provided I can get it done in time and I have the energy. So I need to sort through this mess, grab what tools I'm going to need, and we're going to get moving out front, and I'll give you a look at what we're going to be working on out there. It's time for some lights, some pretty lights. Okay, got my basic tools, what I need to start with, out here. As you can see, the driveway's empty. The front yard is a mess, but empty. And the front gardens are empty, so the haunt's totally gone. The only Halloweeny thing that we've got out here is part of Tiny. I need to get his arms put back on. Tiny was sitting right in here, and we moved him over there. And the only reason why he's there is because we actually do use him in the Christmas display. He gets a Santa beard and hat. And that will be done a little bit later. Right now, we're starting with the ladder work. I've got lights that go on the eave of the house. That's my first chore. And I got lights that go on top of the tree. And then the rest of the tree gets lights too. And I have those arborvitaes there that get lights. All of that is ladder work. I always do the ladder work first. And the first tub I've got out here is marked Eve Tree, which means it has the lights for the eaves, and there's two different strands. There's one of the big bulbs and another one of the icicle lights, I do believe, in there, that go along the eave of the house. That's the first one that goes up. Then we'll come back through and try to get the top of that tree done today. I don't know if we'll make it past that at all, but we are going to try. So I'm going to put this down. Let's see where we can get. Well, not too bad. It is 3:15. Temperature's dropping. It got up to 34 for a high today. It was 25, 26 when I came out at 9 o'clock this morning. It is now down to 29. So temperatures are dropping. But I made it a long ways today. We got the eave done, and there's the big bulbs on there, plus the icicle lights. And we got the entire tree done. Normally, in years past, day one, I get the eaves done and just the canopy, the net lights up on the canopy. That's as far as I get, and it takes me about half a day to do the icicle lights, the under canopy, and the in the trunk. There's just a hair over 1,000 lights there, and about 80 lights up on the house. 50 of the big bulbs, and I'm not sure how many of the icicle lights, I'd have to count, but there's over 25. I think there's 30 of them. So I am going to call it quits and go warm up. I am frickin' freezing. Tomorrow we get out here, I'm going to tackle the last of the ladder stuff, and that's going to be getting the lights up on those arborvitaes right through there. I do have, my mom does have a doctor's appointment I'm going to have to take her to at 2:30, so hopefully I'll have those done in time. And that's a pain in two ways. First off, the net lights is all one sheet and wraps around that bush, then down this way. And just a matter of trying to get them up on to the bushes and get them zip tied into place is a pain in the ass. Plus, I have to wire them. There's like 6 different connections between all the net lights. They have to be wired up so I can plug it in and have them all turn on at the same time. So we're going to do that. But Kaylee's ready to go in the house. She's getting cold. She's been a good helper out here, haven't you? Yeah. Go get Teddy. Get your toy. Kaylee, toy. Anyway, stand by for day 2. Okay, welcome to day 2. Just getting out here. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm getting a and a later start. I started at 9 yesterday. It's 10 now. And it's cold out here. I think we're going to get that snow tomorrow by the way it's looking. We might get some today. We left you last night with getting the eaves done and the tree done. And if I remember to, I think I put the pictures in the vlog. You just got done seeing them. Day 2 is this here. This is the last of my ladder work that I've got to do. And this is a semi-short day. I've got to stop about 1:30, quarter to 2. We've got a doctor's appointment at 2:30. I don't know if I'll be getting back to this afterwards. I brought out my tub that has the lights for the arborvitaes in it. I don't know if there's any other lights in it. I think the whole thing is one long sheet that goes up there on those arborvitaes. Which means I'm going to have to move the truck because the truck's in the way. And Katie won't mind that. She likes moving the truck. Yes, you do. Gotta get her on the vlog. She gets upset if I don't put her in the vlogs. So anyway, we're going to do that. And then past that, I don't know how far we're going to get. Okay, end of the day. Just a little bit after 4. We did pretty good. Got all the ladder work done. The arborvitaes here, you can see the icicle lights on the top, is done around the corner. That's all done. We got out here, we got this arborvitae and that arborvitae bush with their lights on. And we got Santa Tiny all set up, wired up. Now Tiny is a iffy prop this year. Went to put that arm on. That arm, his left, my arm, the arm on the right, and the bracket for the shoulder joint broke. I've got it jury rigged now. I'm not sure if it's going to hold up with some of the winter storms that we get in here. But we got him done. And I just got done putting the hump fence up. So that means tomorrow we're going to work on the perimeter. I've got net lights that go on the brick, and then we got some new garland I bought to go around the windows. We got lights that go on the fencing, and I've got, provided Swan gets out here and gets the fence post wrapped with their garland, I've got lights and garland that go on the fence. Once that's done, then we're working on the interior in here, and I can get all the figurines and skeletons and stuff out. But we're getting there, and it also depends a lot on the weather. You know, I keep mentioning, you know, we're supposed to have snow tomorrow. You know, who knows what the hell we're going to get. It could snow for like 20 minutes and then be gone, or it can snow like hell all day long and we end up with a foot. Who knows? But anyway, on to day 3. Well, welcome to day 3 in snow, and it is spitting snow. I'm checking the weather, and the snow wasn't supposed to start until this afternoon, and it's supposed to run through tomorrow. How hard it's going to come down, I don't know. But we're out here. I'm going to see what else I can get done. Swan's going to be out and get the poles for the fencing wrapped. We always wrap them in garland. I've got garland and lights that we do a zigzag, and some icicle lights that go on the fence. I want to try to get that done today. I'm also going to do the fence line, and those get net lights. That's a quick, easy one. And then we got net lights that go along the brick, which is a fairly easy one. And then this year I bought some garland to go around the windows, and that's going to get put up. And Swan's going to be fluffing that for me, because right now it's flat as a pancake. So we've got that to do. Now I mentioned yesterday as well that we got all our ladder work done. I was going through looking for things this morning, and I found one more ladder work piece. This wrought iron. I got garland that goes on it. I've got to get it on. I'll do that at a later date, if I even get to it. I might not even put that up this year. I don't know. But right now, the main goal is what I'm calling the perimeter, which is that fence, and the brickwork, and around the windows. If I can get that done, then I need to get the projector screens out here, get them up and in place, because those have garland that go around them. I've got projection screen over by Tiny, one that goes here, and then that big window gets garland as well. And I've got to get that up. So that's going to be my main goals for today. I don't know if I will do any night footage tonight. Something I'm still working on or thinking about. Depends on how cold, how snowy, and how tired I am. So far you've been lucky and been getting shots of what I've gotten done so far. Okay, some changes and stuff have been made, or in the setup plans. For one, today, I'm calling it quits early. It's about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. You really can't see it on the camera, but it's been spitting snow all day and it's really cold today. I've had it. I'm calling it quits. But I got my main bucket list thing done. We got the perimeter done. I got the lights up along the fence with the wreaths on. We got the lights up on that fence. And we got the lights on the brick wall and the new garland, lighted garland around the windows. We got all that done today. Now, if I had stayed out here and kept working today, I was planning on getting the screen in for Tiny and getting the garland on it and on the window. Now, as to some changes that we're doing with the display this year. We normally have a screen right there. We're not going to be doing that screen this year. We're only going to have one projector out here, and it's going to be playing both the music and the Christmas footage. You know, I'll mix it up and just play it off of one. Normally, we have one screen doing Christmas songs and another one playing, you know, some Christmas footage. You know, Santa and his workshop, you know, and that sort of thing. We're not going to do that. So everything's going to be on one screen this year over with Tiny. And then this here, we're going to put a bigger display in here. Some of the other things, like we normally put candy canes down along the fence, along the outside. We have a cat, a cat that lights up. It normally goes on a pillar. We're going to put it on a barrel instead of a pillar this year. You know, and there's just been some other small changes to the display. So light count this year will be a lot lower than normally is. Normally we average about 11,500 lights. This year it's going to be right around 10,000, maybe a little over. I'm not counting lights to find out, but I know we're not going to hit 11,000 this year. But we still got displays to do. I think, and Kaylee's having fun digging a hole. I caught her digging. Yeah, see, there she goes. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. With me calling it early today, the screen will be the first thing that goes in tomorrow. We'll get the garland around it and around the front window, and then just kind of work from there. We'll probably start getting into doing displays. I do know these two barrels are going to go on either side of the screen, and we're thinking about putting the blow mold Frosty and the blow mold Santa on them on either side, with the little sleigh that goes normally underneath the screen there. And then here, we normally have that white bench with lights on. Kaylee, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, the bench. Normally the bench, we put a sheet of white net lights on it, sit two skeletons on it, and put some packages up. We're still going to do that. Last year we had it over here, and then we had 5 skeletons behind holding my flame lights. Well, this year we're putting it over here, so I might go ahead and get that in tomorrow too. So we'll definitely do the screen, the garland, the 2 barrels with the blow-up Santa and Frosty on it, probably the cat. All the barrels get net lights on them. You know, so we'll get all that done. And then if we can get that done, we'll get over here and we'll get the bench into place and those guys set up. Past that, I don't know what we're going to get to. Anyway, stand by. I do believe it's day 4 for tomorrow. Well, welcome to day 4, a very white day 4. We ended up getting about 1 inch of snow overnight. Checking weather this morning. And did I say welcome to day 4 yet? But anyway, I was checking the weather on my phone. And we're not supposed to get any more snow today. In fact, it's supposed to be up near 40 degrees. So this stuff should melt off. And it's a very wet snow. And then we're supposed to have 40 to mid 40s the rest of the week. So this stuff will be gone. So we will be continuing with the Christmas build. With it being snowy and everything, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be out here today. I'll have to play it by ear. But we're basically to the point. We got the arborvitaes, the eave, the tree, both the little arborvitaes and then the perimeter all the way around done. The only latter piece of work I have left to do is a wrought iron pole, and the whole front porch area is on hold this year. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do the front porch this year, other than the garland around the window. But it's time to start getting displays set up. And the first display we're going to be working on is Tiny's display. We've got, I've got a projection screen I got to get put in there. And then I was just going to do that and then hop over and do some other stuff. But I decided we're going to get this whole display done. There's a projection screen, garland around it, some uplighting for Tiny. I got the 2 barrels there which will flank the screen. We'll have Christmas trees on that and a sleigh to put in there. And then everything's got to get wired. And it does take a little bit of time. Now I have a 3rd barrel we're going to put in this area here. And it's going to have Morgan's Kitty on it. And by the way, all the barrels get lights too. And then that bench we're going to put over here in this area where the barrels are now. And it has 2 skeletons on it, and then we have 5 or 6 skeletons that stand up behind it, holding my tiki torches. So we're going to start working on that. Those are the first 3 areas we're going to do. Tiny, Morgan's cat, and then the bench. Those will be the first 3 displays, and we're just going to start from the house and work our way out this way with getting stuff in as we figure out where we want it. Kaylee right now, who is out here with me, right there following me, she is having fun. She loves the snow. Huh? Do you like the snow? Yeah, she was having a ball in it this morning. But anyway, I'm going to put the phone down. No, the phone down. I'm going to put the camera down. Phone's in the house charging. And I got to start getting my stuff together and get to work. Let's see how far we can get today. It's going on about 4 o'clock out here, and I am done. But we haven't done too bad. Tiny's display is done. Now we got the barrels with net lights on, the trees light up. We got garland on, the projector screen, they light up. And I put 2 orange floods to shine up a Tiny to help light him up. And so I got that done. It took a while to get that done. Then we got Morgan's kitty in, and that's working. And we made it as far as this on these guys. We got 5 more skeletons in. I still got to do the bench. I've got net lights to go on the bench, 2 skeletons. I got 3 packages to put out, and then we're going to do the blow mold, Frosty, and Santa, or Santa and Frosty, out here with it to finish that little display out. And the tub I'm working on also has lights for that bush. So we got that. I'm going to have that to do tomorrow, along with the bench. The other thing I got done is I got the garland up around the window up there, and Sue Ann came out and put the lighted garland up on that. I have not tested either of those yet. I will be tonight. Now, if you noticed, so far I have not been giving you a nighttime look at things. That's because I'm doing it by picture this year. And the pictures I will be adding, each day's pictures I will be adding to the vlog as I edit it. But if you've been watching my personal page or my Haunted Tents page, I've been posting the pictures there every night. You know, so you're getting a sneak peek of what's been done. So some of you already know what's going on if you've been following. But anyway, for tomorrow, like I said, we've got the bench and the detritus that goes with it, and we got that bush to do. Once that is done, we're going to bring the blow-ups out, and we're going to get all the blow-ups out here. I still got the full-size Christmas tree, which is I think a 7-foot tall Christmas tree or 6-foot tall tree, as well as the choir to get out here. But until the blow-ups are in, I don't know where I'm going to put them. So we're going to get out and get the blow-ups in and then make some decisions. But we're getting there.